Yo, what's up? What's popping in these streets? I was good. It's Power 105.1, New York's hip hop and R&B. It's DJ Sus One, the feature presentation.
Honey German, and you guys are live inside the 212 Come Up Show.
Yes.
This is what we're doing every single Sunday. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we're bringing up artists, independent New York hip hop artists, and we're doing a search in conjunction with AT&T and United Masters. We're trying to find the next big star that's about to pop.
Yes.
And when we find them,
you're going to get a prize, when we, get the right, correct, winner. $25,000, 25 racks. It's
a
like
calm
movie.
$25,000.
Yeah.
Then we're also going to give them an exclusive distribution deal with United Masters. And tonight we have a special guest in the building. She's repping Harlem. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. I go by the name of Crystal Caines. Artist, producer, singer, songwriter, everything.
Nice. What's good with you?
I mean, I'm just out here. You see me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, with the Fendi prints on.
You know
I see you. I see you.
But I'm just out here just trying to, bring that fire back to New York, like the flame that's really been dim for a minute.
Now, let me ask you, what do you think are key personality traits that an artist from the 212 must possess in order to succeed right here in our city?
Confidence, strength, and aura. Like, you just got to be fly. You just got to be yourself, and just focus on, like, yourself, your own bubble. Stay in your bubble. Do what you do, and everybody else come join the bubble. Bubbles link up.
Now, when you talk about your bubble, I see that you work with ASAP Ferg a lot.
Yeah.
Is he part of the team? Are you part of the squad, a family? What's the connection between you guys?
So me and Ferg grew up together. We lived around the corner from each other, and as soon as he got the opportunity to, work with ASAP, he reached out to me, and we curated a sound together, and I did the engineering for like Work and Shaba and Majority, his first album. So we definitely like cooked up in the beginning of his first album, and we created magic. Right now, it's just me and my production team, and we just moving how we move.
When was the last time that you think, because you said, you're trying to bring that energy back to New York because New York's dim. When was the last time you thought that energy was in the city?
When ASAP came out. Yeah, when they first came out, they had it was like an uproar. It's like a dipset for our generation that we didn't have like a crew to be a part of and just to watch grow. And then we got A Boogie. We got a lot of new
We definitely do.
A lot of new artists that's been keeping the flame lit. But we need more. There's a lot of unsigned talent that's really fire in New York.
Now, you said you're a producer also. Who are the producers that you look up to? That you think that if you had to, if you wanted that person to pay you, some respect for your work, then you go crazy. Who's that producer?
Just one?
Give me three.
Pick a few.
All right. So, of course, Dr. Dre.
Okay.
To me, he's hip hop's greatest, in my opinion.
A whole entire goat.
Yeah. His sonics was different. He came with like a different. Everybody I'm about to name just came with a different flow and was able to change music and brought their like light to music. So, Dr. Dre, Pharrell, and Timbaland.
Nice. Actually, those I think would be my three.
Well,
I might have added
go.
Premiere in it, but yeah.
Okay, that's definitely a dope situation. Now, when did you decide you wanted to do music? When were you like, because it's different when you work behind the scenes. A lot of people write, a lot of people produce, engineer. When did you decide like, okay, I'm gonna grab a mic and I'm gonna put myself out there? Because putting yourself out there as an artist is completely different from working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
When did you decide, like, what happened at that moment that you were like, okay, I'm going to do this?
Okay, so I was about 16 when this happened. I'm lying, probably younger. I actually wanted to be a singer, and then once I got into it, I was like, yo, I really can't sing like that. But I mean, I got better over the years. I'm fired out. But when I first started, I was like, nah. And then I saw Eve come out. When Eve came out, she just showed me like a powerful black woman, and she was like aggressive, beautiful, and still like herself, And once I saw that, I was like, I could do this too, you know what I'm saying? So she inspired me, like, on the music side, even though I always wanted to do music, like seeing her was like me taking it as I can do it too.
Yeah, no, there are people that when you see them, you're like, if she got this, I got this. So I can understand like where you're coming from. Yeah. One of the most iconic songs I feel like for females in hip hop is Ladies Night.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out to girl Angie Martinez.
Yeah.
If you could do like a 2019 Ladies Night, who you bringing with you?
All right.
Don't name yourself 5 times.
Okay. Well, definitely Crystal Caines.
Okay. You
Megan
leading.
Thee Stallion.
Okay.
I like her. Tierra Whack, Kari Fox.
Just one more. Just
and
one
Crystal
more.
Caines again.
And Crystal Caines
See, I
again.
knew
She's
she-
about
I
to
knew
clone
she-
herself. She's like, and I'm gonna clone myself, and I'm gonna be twice on a song. I love the fact
duplicate.
that you mentioned, a lot of up and coming artists, and the fact that they write on your head, and the fact that right now it's like we're getting so many, it's like from Cash Doll to Cardi to Meg. Like, it's so much happening right now. What do you think has changed in like our atmosphere? Because for a long time it was like we got one and one only. What do you think has changed in our in our culture that is allowing for so many women to thrive at the same time?
I think the world's ready for it. I think before they weren't ready for it, and they're ready for it. They want something new. They're open to it, and women is grabbing this shit by the balls, like
Real talk. There you go.
And they just not scared anymore to be themselves and to create and just be creatives. Like, we have tons of men, so why not have tons of women as well?
I feel like we do need more, like how she said, ladies' night, because like, not to bring up the obvious, these are my friends, but Nicki had it, rocking for so long, and then Cardi came, and now everybody in New York, everybody in the planet was trying to make them go against each other when they should have been working towards each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like, especially New York, more artists and female artists should be working together. You know what I'm saying? Now, you named a lot of female MCs. They weren't all from New York, though, right?
No.
Who in New York would you want to work with, female-wise? Because I think I'm gonna try to make that happen.
Oh, here we go. Now he want to steal my idea.
Oh,
On a 212 level.
oh, signed or unsigned?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Anybody who you feel like right now is comparable to you, like, yo, we could do a track together. Like, she's solid.
Is it her celebrity?
Yeah, her celebrity reggae.
Her celebrity super
Reggae.
dope.
Yeah, she's fired. Because I'm Guyanese. We got to infuse
saw that.
together.
I saw
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Tiana, of course. I like Tiana.
There you go.
Crystal Caines, I got to throw myself in there.
That's good. Listen, I could definitely see it. Crystal Caines, Tiana Taylor, her celebrity. That'll definitely be a summer banger because you guys all got the vibes.
Facts.
Now, let me ask you another question. As an artist, what are things that you need to make sure that your music has in order for it to connect with people from the 212? Because we're not an easy crowd. We
Yeah.
listen to a song and be like, hot trash, that's garbage, delete, I'm sleep. What do you think you have to put into your music to make sure we like, yo, we fuck with this?
That bounce. That New York is all about giving, like, that bounce is something different, and just, like, go-getters, like, that energy, like, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
But I know what I bring that bounce. And that's the only thing I can say for, like, New York records is, like, everybody brings that bounce. Let me see. Cardi record. All her singles, she brought that bounce.
100%.
That aggressive but soft, and she just talked about her struggle, and it's relatable to New York. New York is cold, so
It really is. And one thing with New York is like, we need to relate to you. If I don't feel like your pain is my pain, I'm going to kind of like put up a wall.
Yeah.
So definitely, opening up about your struggles and being relatable is key when it comes to New
I
York.
gotta say something on this because you didn't mention one thing.
What?
I brought it up to Nick Bucks last week. He reps Harlem like you. You don't pay attention to the bars
oh, of course,
because we're known for our bars.
Yeah.
So in today's hip hop world, you don't pay attention to the bars.
I mean, people do pay attention to the bars. I feel like music is coming back to the point where
Because he said the opposite actually.
what?
He's obviously he got bars. He killed the freestyle last week. Shout out to Nick Bucks. But he said record-wise, people are more melodic nowadays,
Yeah,
and he
I
doesn't
agree.
feel like the crowd pays attention to the bars as much. Which for me, New York has always been about the bars. So I want to know how you felt about that.
I feel like they still about the bars. You just gotta demand it. Like, you gotta let them know, like, I got that and this is that, and they gonna listen to it. Like, but there's a way to infuse both. And when you infuse both, you win. Like, you give them bars and you give them melodic.
All right, cool. So when we ask you for bars in a few minutes,
I mean, I got you.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's like one of the main things as far as like bringing artists up here. I'm like, I don't want somebody come up here and be like, I don't want to freestyle. I don't got no bars. I just go in the studio and put together records. Because I feel like, yo, if you're gonna be an artist, this is your craft. You know what I'm saying? That's like us being on the radio and being like, I could just pre-record, but I can't crack a mic live. Because then, are you really what you saying you are?
That's true.
What beat you trying to freestyle over?
Y'all could give me anything. Y'all can spin the
yo,
wheel.
tap my hand up on camera, please.
Oh, okay.
Y'all can spin the wheel. The deliveries,
I'm not
I got
beatboxing
this.
though. I'm not beatboxing. Let me ask you. Let me ask you one more question. I'm sure Honey might have some more. But have you written for anybody of popular demand out here that we might know?
A celebrity.
No, I haven't.
You over here non-disclosures and stuff? Talk about can't say.
No,
You wrote Cam's last album, Keep It Real. No, just
Oh my God. Nah, but I would definitely love to like work with more artists in general, like on the production side and on the artist side.
She curved that question so lovely.
For real. She's like, listen, I want my checks to stop. I need 4 of them bags.
Oh my God.
Now let me ask you one last question. You've been surrounded by artists, you've been, working production, everything else. What's a common mistake that you think artists make? Because we get a lot of music and I'm like, okay, this ain't it. Like, why do you think so many artists, work on their craft, but then go in and don't make a hit record?
I think it's because they listening to everyone else instead of like I said, being in your own bubble.
Yeah.
You actually get to focus on your sonics, and then you just listen to everybody else stuff to see what they're doing to not do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's all about to me, it's about being your organic self. And that's where I find my strongest point is just like being in my own bubble, but actually like still listening to records that's hot and infusing my sound with the now, the future with the now.
Total sense.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for dropping by.
Thank you for having me.
This goes down every single Sunday, guys. Yes. If you're tuned in, you're live inside the 212 Come Up Show. This is powered by AT&T. We got a whole entire prize. 4 weeks. We got 2 more weeks left.
Yep. And listen, let me tell you something. Me and Honey, there's been like almost 1,000 submissions within a week, and we've been going through it and critiquing it one by one. Like, we're not playing.
We're not. And we're not playing favoritism. We're listening to every single track, and you got to have what it takes. We're looking for the next, like, New York, hip-hop icon. It's not just one good track. It's an overall vibe.
Exactly.
And we're going to give you a calm $25,000 cash. And we're also going to give you an exclusive distribution deal with United Masters. This is going to change somebody's whole entire life. And like I was talking earlier, and I said, this feels so special to me because we're doing it for our city. We're doing it for our artists. And, we get a lot of heat on radio. Like, yo, y'all not breaking new artists. Yo, y'all not supporting your city. Well, here we are every Sunday night.
Let's keep it 100. This show is 100% needed in New York right now.
I agree.
And I'm excited. Honey's excited. And somebody's going to get 25 racks, and somebody's going to be out here making that schmovie.
You feel.
All right, let's get these instrumentals popping. Crystal Caines is in the building. Let's get to this freestyle.
Hey,
all right, let's do it.